Hi everybody, welcome to this Hatha Yoga taster session. First of all, if you are watching this from a recording and you're carrying any niggles or injuries or stiffnesses, please don't do anything that causes you to feel a lot of discomfort. In particular, do not stretch beyond your capability, or if you have back issues, do not try to do exercises that cause you discomfort. It should be perfectly possible to manage this class if you work with your breath, as I will explain in a moment, and your current level of fitness. This is a Hatha Yoga taster class. It's designed for beginners. Yoga is a very ancient tradition, and it seeks to unite the body, the spirit, the soul, if you believe in that sort of thing, but it's uniting the physical and the spiritual. It brings us into harmony with our environment. Hatha Yoga is very old also, and there are lots of different yoga practices. Hatha Yoga is breath-based yoga. So the focus for our practice is very much governed by our breathing. And we use a particular type of breathing called Ujjayi breathing, which I will show you slightly later. In Hatha Yoga, we work to unite the different forces in our life to bring them into balance. And we reflect on these forces in the inhalation and the exhalation. The inhalation signifying receptivity, the Tha of Hatha Yoga, the moon, and the exhalation, strength, aligning with the sun. So there's a lot of writings behind this. From our perspective tonight, we're going to stick with a few very basic aspects. So the breathing, working within the breath. So our movements happen within a breath envelope. In practice, what that means is we begin to inhale, we begin to move, we finish that movement before we finish the inhalation. Then we begin to exhale, we start moving again, and we complete that movement before we finish the exhalation. Now to do this, obviously our breathing is probably going to need to slow down slightly. And the type of breathing used in Hatha Yoga, Ujjayi breathing, helps us with this. In Ujjayi, there's a slight constriction in the throat, and that helps to slow down our breathing. Another name that is commonly used to describe Ujjayi breathing is ocean breath. And if you imagine the noise of the waves as they break on the shore, as they're very, very shallow, that's the sound we're seeking to make by constricting the muscles here at the base of the throat just a little bit. It's something you get used to over time. To begin to learn this, we imagine that we are blowing onto, say, our sunglasses when they're dirty and we need to clean them. So if you try this along with me, so pretending these are our sunglasses, we are now going to exhale onto them just like we would if we were cleaning them. Hopefully you can hear that noise. Let's do it a few more times. So you will feel, if you place your hands at your throat, that there's a little bit of action going on here in the muscles. Okay, now the next thing we've got to do is we've got to try and do that both on exhalation and on inhalation. It's a little more tricky, but work along with me. Now, if you've managed that, and I hope you have, the next part of this is closing our mouth and moving the breathing through the nose. So we're going to start by exhaling and then inhaling with our mouth open, and then we're going to close our mouth and try it through the nose. Off we go. So the exhalation. and the inhalation. And now closing our mouth, we're going to continue to exhale and inhale. Let's do this a few times. Hopefully you have managed to produce a little bit of sound here because of constriction, but don't worry, it comes with practice and with time. Don't get too concerned about it. Okay, so now that I've explained Hatha Yoga and the breathing, let's move to the class proper. We're going to start with a grounding, which I'll do seated, but you can do standing or sitting in a chair, whichever is comfortable for you. Grounding is just bringing our attention to the present moment so that we're prepared for our class. In the class then, we will proceed onwards to doing some warm-up exercises when we're seated, and then we'll come to doing the class proper. We will start with further warm-up sequence, which will include what's called sun salutations. Then we'll move on to exercises that you may recall from other classes, and these are called Asana. And at the end of the class, we will come to Shavasana, which is a formal relaxation where we lie down for a few minutes and really begin to experience the benefits of the practice. And then we will finish the class with a seated short meditation based on breathing, and hopefully you will have experienced the full taster version of a Hatha Yoga class. Okay, so if you have yoga blocks or cushions, they're quite useful. In this class, we won't need a lot of props, but you might need one for the seated grounding at the beginning of class. But please make yourself comfortable, that's the most important thing. Don't force any poses, just feel like you can relax enough to concentrate on what's going on. So, in your comfortable position, let's close our eyes. Relax our hands onto our thighs and tune into our breathing, our normal breathing, not Ujjayi. As we sit here in quietness, we begin to bring our mind to the present moment, to class today. Let's focus on our inhalation as the air moves in through our nose, filling our lungs, and as we exhale, leaving our body, feeling perhaps ourselves beginning to relax now in the peace and quiet that we have carved out in our busy day. Let's each now set an intention for this class, something that we would like to get from this time together in class today. Bringing our hands to heart center. Let's bow our head and engrave that intention into our mind, our body, our soul, and commit to it. Raising our head now, let's open our eyes gently and bring ourselves back into our rooms. Let's begin the mobilization just to warm up. Relaxing our hands onto our thighs, let's drop our chin towards our chest. Then let's allow our right ear to move towards our right shoulder, gently stretching the left side of our neck. Let's allow our head to move back a little. and rotate around so that the left ear is moving towards the left shoulder, and then bringing the head back towards the front, dropping the chin towards the chest again. Let's continue to rotate the head gently, breathing gently as we do so. You will probably find that as the head lifts and goes back, you're inhaling. And as the head comes forward, the chin dropping towards the chest, you're exhaling. The next time you find your chin towards your chest, let's pause there for a moment and then reverse the direction. So now bringing the left ear towards the left shoulder, rotating the head once more in the opposite direction. Trying now to begin to harmonize the movement with the breathing. So as the head tips backwards, we're inhaling. And as it rotates around and the chin drops towards the chest, we're exhaling. You can close your eyes whilst doing this if it helps you concentrate. The next time you find your chin back towards your chest, if you bring your head up to level and open your eyes. Let's now do shoulder mobilization, just gently rotating the shoulders backwards. A few times, again, you'll notice the breath inhaling as they rotate backwards, lifting up towards the ears, and exhaling as they fall. And again, changing the direction, so rotating them forwards. When you've done this, let's come to standing now and move on to the more specific mobilization for Hatha Yoga. As we come to a standing position on our mats, clearing away anything that is likely to trip us, and standing at the front of your mat, feet about hip width, weight distributed evenly between the front and the back of the foot, side to side, standing tall, extending up through the spine, arms relaxed and down. We're now going to inhale, starting the inhale using Ujjayi, bringing our arms up, and exhaling Ujjayi, bringing the hands back to the sides. We're going to do this 4 times. Inhale, Ujjayi, arms up, reaching high. Exhale, Ujjayi, arms return to the side. Inhale, arms up, reaching tall, extending up through the spine. And exhale, arms coming down, shoulders relaxing down, arms at your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Ujjayi, arms return to your sides. We continue now inhaling, arms up, reaching tall. On the exhale, we will fold forwards, hands reaching towards the feet, relaxing the neck. Inhale, arms up, reaching up above you. Again, this movement we'll do 4 times. Exhale, arms coming down, reaching forward into a forward fold. Inhale, Ujjayi, arms up. Exhale, Ujjayi, folding forwards. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, arms up. Last time. And on the exhale, return your arms to your side. Taking a breath in and out. We're now moving to sun salutations, and in total we will do 6 of these, 3 on the left and 3 on the right. If you've not done these before, please watch as I demonstrate. Coming to the front of the mat, distributing your weight evenly, feet at about hip width. We start sun salutations with our hands at heart center, so we would inhale and exhale, hands to heart center. I will move slowly for the first demonstration and then gradually increase the pace. And please join in once the first demonstration is over if you've not done it before, or join now with me if you have. Inhale, arms up, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, fold forwards, bringing your hands towards your feet, spine long, stretching the neck. Grounding your hands, inhale, left leg back, low lunge, look up. Exhale, right leg goes back to join the left in down dog, feet at about hip width, lengthening the spine, stretching the heels gently towards the floor. Breath retention, so no breathing, knee, chest and chin towards the mat, keeping the elbows close to the body. Inhale forward into cobra pose, looking up if you can. Exhale, now dropping the head slightly, pushing against the mat with your hands, lifting your hips back into down dog. Inhale, bringing the left leg forward between your hands into a low lunge, right knee on the floor, look up. And exhale, the right leg joins the left at the front in forward fold. Inhale, coming up to standing, reaching up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Moving now to the right leg. This is rep 2. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Fingers by your feet and the hands. Inhale, right leg moves back into a low lunge. Look up at the end. Exhale, left leg back, down dog. Breath retention. Knee, chest and chin to the mat. Keep your elbows close. Inhale, forward into cobra. Look up. Exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, Ujjayi, right leg coming forward between your hands, look up. Exhale, left forward, forward fold. Inhale, up to standing, arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, Ujjayi, arms up, look up. Exhale, Ujjayi, forward fold. Stretch your neck long. Inhale, left back, low lunge. Look up. Exhale, right back, down dog. Breath retention. Knee, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale forward into cobra. Look up. Exhale back, down dog. Stretching the spine, lengthening the neck. Inhale, left forward between your hands. Look up. Exhale, right forward to join it. Forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right back, low lunge, look up. Exhale, left back, down dog. Breath retention. Gently bringing knee, chest and chin to the mat, elbows tight to the body, inhaling forward into cobra. Look up. Exhale, back, down dog. Inhale, right leg forward, low lunge, left knee on the mat, right knee over its ankle, look up. Exhale, left forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, Ujjayi, arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, left back, low lunge, look up. Exhale, right back, down dog, gently stretching the heels towards the floor and the head forward towards the hands. Breath retention. Knee, Chest and chin onto the mat. Inhale forward into cobra, look up. Exhale back, down dog. Inhale, left coming forward between the hands. Use the other hand to place it so the knee is safe. Exhale forward, right leg, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right back, low lunge, look up. Exhale, left back, down dog. Breath retention. Knee, chest and chin on the mat. Inhale, forward cobra. Look up. Exhale, back down dog. Inhale, right forward between your hands. Low lunge, look up. Exhale, left forward, forward fold. Inhale, coming up, standing, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Allowing your hands to come to your sides and taking a breath in and out. Some salutations, warm us up very thoroughly and get our movement skills. So we may be quite breathless at this point. We're moving now to the next part of the practice, which is the asana. And each of these we do 4 times moving within our breath, so 4 moves, and then we hold the pose of the asana for 4 static breaths. The first pose we're going to do is Utthita Parshvakonasana, the extended side angle pose. This is quite valuable as an exercise for runners because it helps stretch ourselves. So coming to the front of your mat, we're going to step back on the left, about the length of our leg between our 2 legs. The right foot is pointed towards the front of the mat, and the left is parallel to the back edge. The right heel is approximately opposite the arch of the left leg. Now, to keep our knees safe, I'd like you to test if when you go into a lunge, as I'm doing, so the right going forward, that you can A, keep it over your ankle vertically, and B, that it's not going past your ankle. So we don't want it falling inwards and we don't want it going too far forward. So just test that out, that you can do that movement safely and you feel stable. Okay, we now extend our arms straight out from our shoulders and your gaze is out over the front arm, the right arm. Starting the 4 dynamic movements, we're going to inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to lunge forward on the right, bringing the right forearm onto our thigh, reaching overhead with the left and gazing up at the left. Then drop our gaze towards our right foot, and we're going to inhale back up to standing. Exhale, lunging forwards on the right, arm on the thigh, reaching forward, looking up. Inhale, drop the gaze, back up to standing. Exhale, Ujjayi, reaching forward, palm facing upwards on the right hand. Drop your gaze, inhale to standing. Exhale, reaching forward, lengthening that left side as you reach that left arm overhead. Drop your gaze towards the right foot and inhale to standing. Now going into the static pose. Again, exhale, lunging forwards with the right, arm on the thigh, reaching the left forward overhead. And we're going to stay here for 4 deep breaths. Inhaling Ujjayi and exhaling Ujjayi. Trying to keep our right ear clear of the right shoulder, keeping the shoulders back and down. Trying to maintain An upward gaze towards the hand if we can, or forward if we can't. But opening the chest, bringing the shoulder blades slightly together at the back. Last breath. And dropping the gaze towards the right foot, we're going to inhale to standing. Arms out. We're now going to bring our feet parallel and we're going to point our left toes towards the back of the mat and the right parallel to the back of the mat, arms extended again. Inhale, Ujjayi. Exhale, going into that lunge, check your position of your left knee over its ankle, reaching forward with the right hand. Drop your gaze to the left foot, inhale to standing. Exhale, Ujjayi, lunging and reaching overhead. Drop your gaze, inhale back up to standing. Exhale, Ujjayi. Left arm on your thigh and the palm facing skyward. Drop your gaze, inhale, Ujjayi, back to standing. Exhale, Ujjayi, lunging forward on the left, keeping that knee over the ankle, reaching the right forward overhead. Drop your gaze and inhaling Ujjayi to standing. Exhaling now into the static position, lunging forward once more and reaching overhead. 4 deep, complete breaths in this position. Inhaling deeply, Ujjayi, and exhaling completely, Ujjayi. Trying to keep our knees safe, but reaching so that we're feeling a stretch on that right side, keeping our shoulders relaxed and down. One more breath. And then dropping our gaze towards the left foot and inhaling back to standing, straightening our left leg, bringing our toes to face the front, and bringing our feet together, coming to the front of the mat. We now move to a balance position, and you might wish to come off your mat onto the floor if your balance is challenged. It's called Vrikshasana, the tree position. Starting by placing all our weight on the left leg. And for the right leg, you can, if you find balance quite a challenge, you can keep your toes on the floor. If you're a little bit more comfortable with the balance demands, you can bring the foot onto the left calf. And if you are very confident that you can hold a balance, you might want to bring that foot onto the thigh. Now you can also use a block to start to raise your foot. So if you're happy to come off the floor, and maybe not quite so happy to have it on the calf, you can just raise the foot like that. So pick a position, but doing it on a hard surface rather than the mat really helps with balance. Okay, so we're going to bring our right knee forward, and then we're going to place the foot wherever it is that we wish to place it. If you are using it on your leg, keep a tension between the standing leg and the leg that's up. That knee is out to the side. Bringing your hands now to heart center. We're going to inhale, reaching up. And exhaling, bringing the hands back to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms to heart center. Inhale, Ujjayi, arms up. Exhale, Ujjayi, hands to heart center. And remaining here now for 4 deep and complete breaths. Inhaling, filling our lungs fully. And exhaling, emptying them fully. After the 4th exhale, releasing our leg, bringing the knee to the front and putting it back on the floor. Taking a breath in and out. Moving now to the other leg again. finding your balance position and your choice of position for your foot. Do this one side on. So bringing the foot, knee forward and then out to the side and bring it onto the leg in your choice of position. Do not put it across the knee joint, either above or below, but not on the joint. Hands to heart center. Starting the dynamic breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms to heart center. Inhale, Ujjayi, arms up. Exhale, Ujjayi, arms to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms, hands to heart center. Staying here now for 4 deep and complete Ujjayi breaths. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Inhaling, feeling the chest and then the abdomen expand, and exhaling, drawing the tummy button in maybe to empty the breath from below. One more breath, inhaling from above and exhaling, emptying the lungs. Now releasing the position, releasing the foot off the leg, knee to the front and bringing the foot back onto the floor. We're now going to have a breath in and out, which we do between positions to help us refocus and to recover from the exertion. Moving now to the mat, we're going to do a simple flow. So coming to the front of your mat once more. We're going to inhale, arms up, looking up. Exhale, fold forward, hands reaching towards your feet, lengthening your neck. Inhale, raising your head, and exhaling, folding forward, stepping back on the left, and then on the right into an extended plank. We're now going to move to a flow sequence of Kumbhakasana. So it's 4 dynamic breaths followed by 4 static breaths. We're going to inhale now in this extended plank position, Kumbhakasana, and we're going to exhale, pushing our hips back, allowing the head, neck to relax. We're in down dog, inhaling forward into Kumbhakasana, extended plank, exhaling back into down dog. Inhaling Ujjayi into extended plank, exhaling Ujjayi, down dog. Inhale forward into extended plank, exhaling back into down dog. Inhaling forward into extended plank, exhaling back into down dog. Inhaling forward now into the static position, extended plank, making sure our hands are under our shoulders, pressing into the mat, fingers spread for balance, keeping our core active, helping ourselves by maybe bringing the arms, tensioning them towards the feet. One more breath now, inhaling Ujjayi and exhaling Ujjayi. Inhaling forward now, dropping the knees onto the mat and coming to sit on our heels for a moment, taking a breath in and out. We're moving now into the bridge position, Setu Bandhasana. where we're lying on our back and we are getting into a position where our head is in line with our spine, our knees are at approximately hip width. We're going to roll our shoulders back so that our shoulders are very firmly on the mat, bringing our heels in towards our buttocks. Maybe if you are able to touch the heels with your middle finger, that's great. If you can't, don't worry. We're now going to inhale, drawing the pubic bone towards the tummy button, lifting the hips up off the mat and extending the arms overhead. Exhaling, bringing the arms back to the side and drawing the hips onto the mat. 3 more times, 3 more dynamic. Inhale, drawing the pubic bone inwards and upwards and hips up, arms overhead. Exhale, lowering the hips and hands back to the side. Inhale, Ujjayi. Hips up, pushing into the floor with those feet, keeping the glutes active, the thighs active. Exhale, Ujjayi, arms back to the side. Inhale, Ujjayi, lifting the hips, extending the arms. Exhale, Ujjayi, arms back to the side and hips onto the mat. Inhaling now, Ujjayi into bridge once more, arms overhead and in the static pose, remaining in the bridge position for 4 deep and complete breaths. Sometimes helps for the Ujjayi to tuck your chin. You might like also to close your eyes as you relax in this pose. But keep your thighs active, keep your feet pressing into the mat evenly, keeping the glutes active to hold the bridge position. 1 more deep and complete Ujjayi breath. Inhaling deeply. And on the exhale, lowering your hips back to the mat, bringing your hands back to your sides, extending your legs for a moment and taking your breath in and out. We're moving now to the legs up against the wall and wind releasing combination. So Asana is the name. So we're lying on our back just as we have been for bridge. We're going to inhale, Ujjayi, and on the exhale we're going to bring our knees towards our chest and you can place your hands on your knees just like that. Try and keep the tailbone moving towards the mat, don't just curl up. On the inhale, we're going to extend our heels towards the ceiling and the arms overhead. And on the exhale, we'll bring those knees back to the chest and the arms around them. Inhale, Ujjayi, heels towards the ceiling, arms overhead. Exhale, Ujjayi, knees back to the chest. Inhale, extend the feet towards the ceiling, arms overhead. You might close your eyes. And exhale, bring those knees back to the chest. Inhale, Ujjayi, feet towards the ceiling, arms overhead. Exhale, Ujjayi, bringing the hands back towards knees to the chest, hands around them. Inhale now into the static position, heels towards the ceiling, arms overhead. Remaining here now for 4 deep and complete Ujjayi breaths. Keeping the core active, keeping the thighs active, keeping the heels pushing towards the ceiling gently. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. Last Ujjayi breath, inhaling And exhaling. Inhaling once more. And on the exhale, bringing the knees towards your chest and then lowering your feet onto the mat. Extending your feet away, and we're going to remain here. After that strenuous pose, it's called an inversion because part of our body, the lower body, is raised above the rest of our body. And we usually take a few relaxing breaths called a mini Shavasana, mini relaxation after any inversion, where we can feel the benefit of having our circulation system change from the norm and the benefit of relaxing after an effort. Maybe feeling the energy flowing around our body a little bit differently. You can now open your eyes if you have them closed, roll over onto your side and come back up to a sitting position. We're moving now to bending our back in the opposite direction to what we have been doing with that back bending. We're going to go on our front and we're going to do the cobra position. So we're lying on our front. We're placing our hands, resting our forehead on the mat, placing our hands under our shoulder, keeping our elbows quite close to our body. Like all asana, we're going to do 4 dynamic breaths, 4 moving breaths, and then 4 static breaths. So beginning Ujjayi, inhale, pushing the chest forward, elongating the spine, pushing our hands against the mat, and at the end of the move, maybe lifting our heads. Exhaling, Ujjayi, lowering our head and shoulders and chest back to the mat. Inhale, Ujjayi, extending forward, pushing away from the mat. And exhale, Ujjayi, lowering back to the mat. Try to keep the core active, so when you're inhaling Ujjayi, drawing the pubic bone towards the tummy button, pushing the chest forward, extending the spine as you move away from the mat, and exhaling Ujjayi, lowering yourself back to the mat under control. Inhale, Ujjayi, pushing firmly through those hands, keeping the elbows tight as you extend your chest forwards, coming up away from the mat, and exhaling Ujjayi, lowering back to the mat. Again, like all mat positions, you might want to close your eyes now as we inhale once more into static position. Finding yourself a comfortable position, you may want to bring your elbows forward onto the mat into Sphinx if you find Cobra quite strenuous. But we're remaining away from the mat for 4 deep and complete breaths, keeping your feet in contact, the upper aspect with the mat, keeping your core active, keeping your breathing deep. One more Ujjayi breath, inhaling deeply and exhaling completely and lowering yourself back to the mat. Releasing the arms from under the shoulders, popping them by your side, maybe turning your head onto the side and taking a relaxing breath in and out. Coming now onto our backs, we're going to do a lying position again, but this time is going to bend our back in the opposite direction. So we've been doing Cobra, which extends our back like this. Now we're going to do a twisting movement, which is extending our back in a different position. So we're lying on our back, our legs are extended straight, keeping our head in line with our spine. We're starting with the right leg, so we'll extend our left arm to the side. We're going to inhale, and on the exhale, bringing the right knee towards the chest. We're going to bring that left hand onto the right knee and extending the right arm flat out to the side, either palm up or palm down, whichever you prefer. Again, once we're moving, you can close your eyes to relax in the position. We're going to inhale, Ujjayi. And on the exhale, we're going to gently move that right knee towards the left side, and we're going to look towards the right hand. We're going to inhale now, knee back towards the central position, looking straight up. Exhale, Ujjayi, knee to the left, and we're looking right. Inhale, Ujjayi, knee back to the center and looking up. 2 more dynamic moves. Exhale, Ujjayi, knee to the left, looking right, allowing the spine to twist slightly. Inhale, Ujjayi, knee back to the center and looking upwards. Exhale, Ujjayi, knee moving to the left, looking right, keeping the right shoulder on the mat. Inhale, Ujjayi, knee back to the center, looking up. Exhale, Ujjayi, moving the knee left, looking right and entering the static position. You can rest your left upper arm on the mat. Please don't force this position. You're going to take 4 deep and complete breaths as usual in this position. Inhaling Ujjayi deeply and exhaling Ujjayi completely. You may notice that on the inhale your knee rises ever so slightly, and on the exhale your knee moves further towards the mat and you deepen your stretch, but please don't force it. 1 more deep and complete Ujjayi breath. Inhaling now, bringing the knee back into the central position, looking up and releasing that leg. Moving to the other side, taking an inhale, and on the exhale, bringing that left knee towards the chest, bringing the right hand on top of it, extending the left hand out to the side, palm down or palm up. Inhale, Ujjayi. On the exhale, moving that right knee towards the left knee towards the right side and looking towards the left hand. Inhale, Ujjayi, bringing the knee back to the center and looking up. Exhale, Ujjayi, knee to the right, looking left. Inhale, Ujjayi, knee back to the center. 2 more. Exhale, Ujjayi, starting the breath before the movement, knee to the right, you're looking left. Inhale, the inhale before the movement, knee back to the center, and you're looking up. Exhale, Ujjayi, knee to the right, you're looking left, keeping that left shoulder on the mat. Inhale, Ujjayi, knee back to the center, you're looking up. Exhale, Ujjayi, now moving the knee to the right once more and keeping it there, looking left, keeping that left shoulder on the mat, maybe resting the right upper arm on the mat, and we'll remain here, breathing deeply and completely, Ujjayi, for 4 breaths. Noticing again that on the inhale, the twist reduces slightly, and on the exhale, we might be able to move deeper into that twist. Last Ujjayi breath. And exhale Ujjayi completely. Inhaling now Ujjayi, bringing me back to the center. And exhaling, releasing the foot onto the mat. And taking a breath in and out. Coming now onto our right side and rolling up into a seated position. We're going to finish our final asana, which is a seated forward fold. We're sitting tall. You might, if you have a cushion or a yoga block, wish to put those under your hips at this stage, just to raise your hips a little, to find yourself seated just in front of your sit bones. It helps to maintain your back position. Find yourself a suitable position. Both our legs are straight out in front, hands by the side. Inhale, arms up. Reaching tall, lengthening the spine. And exhale, fold forward, hands moving towards your feet. Inhale, arms up, reaching high. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, Ujjayi, folding forward. Inhale, Ujjayi, arms up overhead, reach tall. Exhale, Ujjayi, reaching forward. Inhale, arms up, reach tall. Exhale, Ujjayi, reaching forwards. And we will remain here now for 4 Ujjayi breaths. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. You may notice that your hands don't meet your feet. That's fine. You can hold your shins or just below your knee. That's fine too. You may notice also that as you inhale, your chest lifts ever so slightly, and as you exhale, the forward fold becomes deeper. Please don't force the position for the stretch though. It will cause injury or risk it. Last Ujjayi breath. Inhaling now and exhaling. Coming out of the position, we're going to inhale, reaching high, and exhaling, bringing our hands back to our sides. That completes the asana part of our practice today. Now, if you can find yourself a comfortable lying position so that we go into Shavasana, the final relaxation, so you'll be lying on the ground. You're leaving the Ujjayi breath go now, returning to normal breathing. Your hands relaxed on the mat alongside. You may be a little out for your body, your feet falling outwards. You may want to cover yourself with a rug or something, or you may even want to put a pillow under your head for comfort. Whatever is the case, make sure you're comfortable. Close your eyes and allow yourself to begin to relax completely after the exertions of our practice, so that you can feel the benefit of the practice and the harmony it's brought to our body, the energy, and now lying here, tuning into our body once more and relaxing and benefiting from that. So lying there, eyes closed, breathing normally. Let's begin a formal relaxation, bringing your attention now to your left foot, relaxing the toes, relaxing those left foot toes into the foot into the ankle into the calf into the thigh into the hip, and the pelvis and hip into the mat. Moving to the right foot, to the toes, relaxing your toes into your foot, the foot into the ankle into the calf into the thigh, and the upper leg into the pelvis into the mat. Bringing your attention to the left hand, relaxing your fingers, into the left hand, relaxing the wrist into the forearm, relaxing the forearm into the upper arm into the shoulder, and the shoulder into the mat. Moving to the right hand, relaxing the right hand's fingers into the palm into the wrist into the forearm into the upper arm into the shoulder, and the shoulder into the mat. Moving our attention down the body, relaxing the pelvic floor, the lower abdomen, the middle abdomen, the upper abdomen, the lower back, the entire back into the mat. Relaxing the chest, relaxing the shoulders, feeling the shoulders relaxing into the mat, relaxing the neck muscles, our jaws, our lips, our cheeks, our eyelids, our eyebrows, our foreheads, our scalp, relaxing the head into the mat, feeling our whole body now relax, sinking into the mat and feeling a sense of peace and calm and relaxation washing over us. We will remain here in this position for a couple of minutes in complete quietness. Now beginning to slowly reawaken ourselves from this period of peace and calm, maybe wriggling our fingers and toes, stretching our body gently, keeping our eyes closed if possible. And when you're ready, rolling onto your right side and remaining there for a few moments before gently bringing yourself to a seated position. If you can, keep your eyes closed to retain that sense of calm and peace. And when you're seated comfortably again, maybe on a yoga block, on a cushion, on a chair, relaxing your hands onto your thighs and sitting upright, but relax with your shoulders down. We will close our eyes once more if you've opened them. And we will return to breathing for a minute or so using Ujjayi. So bringing that constriction back into the throat, inhaling Ujjayi through the nose and exhaling Ujjayi also through the nose. Inhaling deeply and slowly and exhaling completely, emptying your lungs. One more Ujjayi breath. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. Now remaining here, eyes closed, allow ourselves to return to our normal breathing, maintaining the depth and slowness of the breath. And feeling that sense of relaxation that breathing slowly can bring us. Bringing now, if you like, your hands to heart center. Let us be grateful for the time we have had here today, for the sense of harmony that we have created between our breath and our physical movement, the sense of connection between these, the sense of relaxation we've got at the end of some physical practices in the Asana, and the sense of stillness that we have obtained through the breathing and the more meditative aspects of the practice. I hope you have benefited from the practice today and you can take the benefits forward into the rest of your day. Namaste.